Folks, it's tear out time. As you can see, we're tearing down walls and tearing out doors and the windows as replacement here in the Heritage Home. And today we're going to get started on a lot of the preparation work, preparing for the kitchen, preparing for plumbing, and preparing for windows. So today I thought, well, let's talk first of all to the kitchen cabinet people. I have Hans here from the Columbia Kitchen Cabinets. How are you doing there, Hans?
I'm doing fine, Shell. How about you?
What do you think?
Hey, this is exciting, Shell. We do this so often. We go into homes where people are just tearing down walls and they're just planning their new home.
Making things bigger, tearing out walls and getting them out of the road?
That's exactly it. You know, people's lifestyles have changed over the last decade or so. We're spending more time inside of the home.
Right.
We're visiting inside of the home. And where does it happen? It's in the kitchen in the living area.
Exactly. In fact, we're right in the eating or the conversation area here. And back in this area here, this wall here will be going as soon as we have all the support taken care of as far as beam. And here now is going to be the kitchen cabinets themselves, and we may even be able to get your designers to come up with an island or something in here, and then out into the area here being the conversation area and the eating area. And actually like a semi-little, I guess you'd say, country-like lounging kitchen.
Absolutely, and this is a heritage home, and you want to keep that theme throughout the house. I've brought a selection of doors here.
Well, what do you think of the old cabinets?
Well, you know, it's pretty amazing. You know, what goes around comes around. You see the doors on the old cabinets are shaker doors, and
yeah.
I brought a lot of shaker doors.
Well, let's just take a look at what you brought along as well. My goodness, you brought quite a selection of doors.
Yes, I did. We've got some pine doors, which is quite country. And
that is really nice with a kind of a greeny tone.
Exactly.
And then you have a white door here.
A white door, which would be washed, also in maple.
All right, it's a kind of a washed look. Isn't that great? And you can see the shadows from the different texturing on the wood in behind.
Yes. And then some more of the traditional colors, soft, but
this is kind of neat with the vertical centerpiece.
Yes, it is.
Wow. And then you have some others here that are machined.
Yeah, this is a router door. This is what we call an MDF door, and it's painted with an enamel paint and then tinted into the various colors that people would like.
Wow, so the variety, this is endless. And
yes.
Here's another pine one here with the actual sample of the drawer front up top. So I guess once we get into the actual design of the kitchen, we'll be out to the plant and taking a look at all the facilities and also the production and dealing with your designers as well as far as the kitchen itself. I can hardly wait because, boy, from this to the finished product.
Well, you won't recognize it, Shell, when it's done. It'll just look fantastic. People are often discouraged when they see the mess, but later on they're just beaming.
Oh, it's just exciting to get everything going.
Absolutely.
When you hear those hammers going, the saws going, this makes things really great. I can't wait to get out to the plant and take a look around.
Our pleasure, Shell.
Thanks. Well, down in the basement, folks, you can see where there are a lot of the engineered wood being used. And with me to talk about it, I have Tony from Truss Joist Systems. How are you doing there,
Good.
Tony?
Shell, how you doing?
Hey, tell me about this project. I know it's a great one for me, but for Truss Joist, it turned out just super.
Yeah, it worked out really well for us. We were able to use our wide variety of our products, the I-joist system, our rim board, and our beams.
Now, the I-joist system is what I have a piece of here, and that's what we've used in this project. Tell me about the structure. You got the orientated strand board in the middle, but you got laminated wood here.
Yeah, and what it does is we're taking the best part of the trees and making it into the I-joist, getting rid of a lot of the deficiencies that you get with dimensional lumber. So what we're able to do is to span further. They're made out of continuous lengths, so they come up to 60 feet long. So in this particular project, we're able to span long distances in this particular job.
And I see here they actually have little cutouts, or at least they're knockouts, that can be knocked out to run through conduit or running through any wiring and that.
Absolutely. What they do is when we knock them out, then we run our wiring through there, so it saves the installers a lot of time.
Now, using the truss joist system on a project like this home being aged, bringing it down onto a TJ system, makes it quite a difference because of the old home.
Yeah, absolutely. And what the 2x10s is with the I-joist system is that they all are identical. They're all exactly the same dimensionally and structurally. So with dimensional lumber, you have variance between the two, so you're not going to get a completely flat floor. So when the house comes comes down onto an I-joist floor, like what we have here, is that they're actually going to be a much straighter system.
And you're certainly not going to have any shrinkage where the old home is already shrunk all. It's going to shrink over 80 years. Now, this being the truss joist system, let's take a look here. You got a piece of timber strand
Timber strand rim. What we're using this is as a rim board to tie the whole system together on the outside of the building. It's it's made from aspen and poplar. It's very speed technology. But what we're able to use is aspen and poplar, which have no structural purpose, but we're able to put it into a beam and use it as a structural beam and a rim board.
Right. Now, looking up here at the joist system, we've got a paralam beam right here. Now, the paralam is, again, different than the timber strand.
Yeah, absolutely. We use Doug fir when we're making paralam.
That's Douglas fir.
Douglas fir, yes, absolutely. And it's very similar to the technology we use with microlam. As we peel the tree, we use all of these veneers. With paralam, we're making better use of the trees. In making paralam, we can use up to 80% of the tree.
And again, there's no shrinkage there.
Shrinkage is
and then the joist up above that, and as you can see there, the old home had actually 2x4 joists underneath it, which was incredible.
Absolutely.
But now with the truss joist system running in the opposite direction, everything's going to come down and just be ever so tight.
Absolutely. And like I said, we got some long spans here, and we're able to have a continuous pieces, which lends ourselves to the design of this type of
Now, how long do these joists come?
They can come up to 60 feet long.
60 feet?
Yep, absolutely.
Wow. Well, that way you can, well, this particular job here, we've got them going right from wall to wall in some areas.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get outside and watch this whole thing come down, because Nickel Brothers House Moving, they're out there ready. They're going to just take these jacks and let them come down. So let's go out and watch it come down.
That sounds great.
You bet. All right. Perfect. Now, very carefully, what they're doing, they're taking and lowering the front porch down onto the main foundation. Now they're carefully aligning the building, making sure it comes down plumb on, and as well as square on the foundation. And this is done by hand pump jacks. It's great to have it finally down on the foundation. Now that we've got the beams out and the house is down on top of the foundation, now we can get inside and start tearing out all the walls and putting everything where it should be. Can't wait to get at it. Thanks. Well, here we are down in the basement, folks, and you can see Rick the plumber. He's got the rough-in already in place for the downstairs bathroom. But with me to talk about plumbing, I got Brian from Hillcrest Plumbing. How you doing, Brian?
Good, Shell. How
This
you
is
doing?
really the dirty part of the plumbing job, isn't it?
It's the worst part of the job.
Getting down into that dirt and mud. And, but tell me, this being a home that's being renovated and it's already moved onto its new foundation, how does this differ from, say, a new home?
It's not really any different. We're starting from fresh with the sewer line coming in, starting a new fresh rough in, going up all the way up through the house and picking up all the fixtures.
I used to always like the point of having to go underneath the footing, and I see we had to do that here as well. Get the jackhammer out and break a hole through in order to get the run of sewer line in. What is the proper fall as far as the angle of the sewage outfall?
Well, you need a 1/4-inch slope per foot on all the piping, which is why we had to knock a bit of the footing out on the underneath so we could get the proper slope.
And I see you got the plan there of the changes. There's always some changes.
Always a change.
I threw some changes at you
well, that's why we've picked up this extra Y here for the top floor bathroom. It's now been relocated, so we'll be rolling this line in through here and up through a new wall. It'll be up here, and we'll pick up the toilet on the 3rd floor.
On the 3rd floor.
That's right.
Now, I see the line which is smaller, a 3-inch line over further there. That's picking up what?
That's going to go over and pick up the hot water tank floor drain, which will be located in the central part of the house.
Yeah, I put that over in around the corner with the furnace.
That's right, yeah. We'll be finishing that off a little later.
And the laundry room, we moved it a little bit, but it's over underneath the kitchen. So
Right, and again, the extra Y that we have in here will be picking up the bathroom group downstairs and carrying on to pick up the laundry on this floor and the kitchen on the second floor.
Hey, that's absolutely great. Well, listen, I'll tell you, keep up the good work. We'll be certainly seeing you again.
Okay, oh yeah.
You bet.
See you soon.
Windows are another decision that will have to be decided upon when it comes to do we want to go with the authentic wood or do we want to go with something like vinyl. But let's take a look at the old windows. First of all, they're wooden. They're single pane glass. They have a decorative mutton bar. That's the upwards and the horizontal bar on the top sash. But these particular windows here, in order to have made them energy efficient, they've added storms over the years. But now the windows are painted shut. They've got the old sash balances on the inside, on the cord, and just not really that efficient and certainly not that economical to make them, well, usable again in the new construction. Now, wood windows are available, as you can see here, but wood windows still have to be painted. Yes, they can have Insulglass installed in them to give you that energy efficiency, but in order to maintain them, there's a lot of outside painting going to be required, anywhere from 5 to 10 years. But there's vinyl available, and I have one here, and you can see the mutton bars, and they are available inside the glass, so there's not something that has to really be maintenance concerning, because it's certainly maintenance friendly, because you don't have to do the individual panes like you do on the old windows. So that decision will be made a little later on while we get more of the exterior finished up on the outside. But I really would prefer to go to the full energy efficient glass and frame, because the vinyl does give us that thermal break as well to the inside. Well, to natural light coming in through windows to electric lights. Now look at this light fixture. That's what I would call room lighting more than decorative lighting. And to talk about decorative lighting, I have Sue from Fraser Valley Lighting. How you doing, Sue?
Good, Shell. How are you?
Great. Now, isn't it a little early for you to be out on a project like this?
No, actually, this is the best time for me to be out at a project like this.
Yeah, I guess I have to know where to put the electrical boxes, don't
That's right. We have to decide whether we want to do recessed lighting, whether we want to add some more electrical boxes to the ceiling,
Right.
or to the walls for decorative wall sconces.
Well, tell me about lighting. I mean, I have one here that you brought along with you, which is beautiful. It's an outdoor light. But it's the color of it is almost like a white patina, so there's all kinds of colors available now.
There is, and we need to work together with the designer to decide what colors we want to do as far as the decorative fixtures go.
Now, what about lighting, for example, in the kitchen? What is going to be a heritage type of lighting, in, say, in a kitchen area like a task area?
Well, I think that we probably want to conceal the task lighting in the kitchen, make sure that it's there so that when you're working in your kitchen counter that you do have the proper lighting.
Right.
But I think in a heritage style home like this, we need to create atmosphere.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, there's lots of atmosphere in that one out there in the kitchen on the ceiling now. It doesn't...
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, it's got to go back to those 30s for sure. But what about lighting, ceiling lighting, sconce? I guess you'll work with the interior designer then, is that the case? Get colors and all the...
I'll walk through the house right now and I'll have a look around, give you some ideas, see what to do, and we'll go from there.
I tell you, I'm looking very much forward to your recommendation, so I'll leave you with it.
Thanks, Shal.
All righty.